bring to you and cover the activities of Bayelsa State, which in any way does not preclude us from serving as the watchdog roles that we're supposed to serve, but which only shows that we are very interested in rising with Bayelsa, because in any case, we've often been criticized as playing up a lot of the negative news on our TV stations. So this is an opportunity for us to accentuate that aspect of developmental journalism, which people say are in short supply and are not being carried by the news stations. So it's my pleasure, and I'm very, very delighted to be at this summit. And I believe that with this kind of partnership, the people of Nigeria, the people of Bayelsa, will get to hear more about the activities of this great governor who's doing a lot for this state and for the country. So it will be my pleasure now to formally and should I ask Ben Bruce? And yeah, fine. To present this to His Excellency, the Governor of Bayelsa State.
My big brother, thank you very much. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Well, the MOU has been formally presented to His Excellency the Governor, and of course the cameras, as you can see, are clicking to capture the moment. After the presentation,
Bayelsa Economic and Investment Forum. Well, this is the finale, which actually started on July the 16th. Yesterday we saw loads and loads of speakers and investors who spoke eloquently on the potentials inherent in Bayelsa State. And now you just witnessed the signing of Memorandum of Understanding amongst, or rather between Bayelsa State and core media organizations here in the country, China Television, Silverbird Group, the NTA, as well as the African Independent Television. Well, as the Chairman, Chief Executive of China Television did say, that doesn't stop the media houses from doing their main task of being watchdog to what governments and society is about. With this milestone achieved today, it would give credence to what the governor did say, that this investment and economic forum is not about talk shops, but proper signing of agreements, and see how this can actually translate into some form of development in Bayelsa State.
At this point, I'd like to quickly invite His Excellency the Governor.
Now we'll have to wait for the Governor of Bayelsa State to give his speech on this particular one. The acceptance has been, or rather the agreement has been presented to the Governor, and I must say this is a day that the people of Bayelsa State will remember, and we must wait to see how this will pan out in the days and weeks to come.
If you are an investor, then please come forward to discuss how we can sit down.
Great investment being made in that partnership by media organizations here in Bayelsa State. Call it from the giants in the industry in the country. Here, you wouldn't be far from the truth. An agreement reached between China Television and Bayelsa State government, as well as AIT, Silverbird Group, and the Nigerian Television Authority.
And then we're going to do the small and medium-sized enterprise segment, which I know was wonderful when we spoke about this issue yesterday.
Topic issue. That will be after you've eaten and you've drank and you've had lunch. After lunch, the SMEs, now ICT. Now, if I could ask you to settle down, because I'm battling to be heard with people who are also, and I have a microphone and you're louder than me, so please settle down. You can talk amongst yourself during lunch, so if you could please settle down so we can continue. Should I continue going? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have you taken your seats? Some of the people over there in the corners, I can see people milling around in the corners. Please take your seats and let us begin now. Now, technology is the biggest single driver of change in Africa, and it's been instrumental in Africa's transformation over the past decade. Here in Nigeria, though, you heard from our welcome guests from Rwanda and from Kenya and from East Africa. Well, over there in East Africa, they've really harnessed ICT. And we are yet here in West Africa to exploit the full potential of things like mobile technology. Now, the question is, in Bayelsa, what practical steps are needed to develop broadband networks, putting internet at the center of the vibrant knowledge economy and at the center of everything we do, from agriculture to manufacturing and so on and so on? How will Bayelsa's citizens use mobile technology and social networks to force industry to rethink their business models? And should the government lead the shift to this new reality, or should the government just adapt to it? Here to spell out the steps needed for Bayelsa to exploit the potential of the digital economy, I'm very proud to welcome Nigeria's Honorable Minister for Information Communications Technology. Please give a round of applause.
With media houses, including Channels Television. But now they're moving on to the next event for now, where the Minister for Communications, Mrs. Mobolaji Johnson, is billed to speak.
Your Excellency, Governor Seriake Dixon, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, my colleague in Cabinet, and the former Chief of Staff, all other protocols observed. Your Excellency, not every state that hosts an investment summit actually has a focus on ICTs. We tend to focus on the traditional industries, agriculture, manufacturing, SMEs, and quite rightly so. But the fact of the matter is that the growth of all of these traditional industries is facilitated, accelerated, and supported by ICTs. So I want to first of all congratulate you for including ICTs in your investment summit, and thank you very much for asking me to come and set the context for the ICT panel, particularly as you've chosen technology, infrastructure, and e-commerce. Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm going to just speak for about 20 minutes because I know that we have a very distinguished panel of speakers who will also tell you about the importance of ICTs. What I want to do in the next 20 minutes or so is to, first of all, explain why ICT is so important as a strategic industry, particularly in this stage of our national development.